Welcome to another episode of the Hot
Seat.
Pod, presented to you by Playbook Sports. I'm your host, Anthony. Across the table, I got my dog since third, my puppy Chihuahua.
Yo.
What's that Asian dog?
What's an Asian dog?
Yeah.
I guess a Chihuahua. I don't know.
Nah. We know what kind of dog that is. If every Asian person had a dog, what would they pick?
I don't know. My mom, she likes corgis, so.
That's an Asian dog.
Corgi.
My corgi
There
in
you
the
go.
corner.
Got it.
Wilson Wang.
Yes, sir. Corgi Will in the building.
Corgi Will.
Corgi Will in the building.
Straight dog.
In the build.
We're here for another banger episode where we're going to be grading every pick from 1 through 16. This is kind of a two-part series. Next week, we're going to be doing 17 through 32. So if that interests you, make sure you guys hit that notification bell. Like, subscribe, follow. Check us out on Twitter. Check us out on IG. Check us out on TikTok. Watch our shorts. We just hit 100K total views.
100K, baby.
What it do?
Check us out.
And I got a little surprise for you. No, I'm playing.
Damn. Flattering me, man.
Nah, we got a banger in this one, man. Yeah, we could just get straight to it. Oh, I want to plug Ball in the Dugout and our trivia. We got a whole bunch of different content. So if football's your thing, but you want to get into basketball, get into baseball, maybe even just play some trivia around with us, make sure you guys check out all of our videos, man, because if you guys think we're doing some pristine stuff here, we're doing the same shit across every other sport. You don't want to watch ESPN anymore.
Exactly.
You don't want to see Shaq talking shit.
Exactly.
Stephen A. We don't play. Shout out Unc, but that's it.
The only play we run is run the play.
Let's get straight into it, man. First pick of the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select
Caleb Williams.
I feel like these start off picks we don't have to go too in on, unless you feel a type of way.
I got this as a C. No, I'm just playing.
It's a F. What do you think? Seriously, no fucking around.
No fucking around.
Corgi will
pretty easy, right? Pretty easy grade.
What'd you put?
A plus.
I put an A. I like Drake May
Why?
more, and I know.
But you really think they would pick Dre May?
No, I didn't think they'd do it. That's why, it's an A. Good pick. Oh, man.
I thought you were about to just break down first. Like, they didn't pick Dre May.
I like Drake May. I'm not mad at the pick. They made the right pick because that's if they made any other pick, everyone would be mad at them.
Yeah.
But
Imagine Drake May going first.
That'd been crazy.
That would have been crazy.
But can't be mad at the Bears.
Yeah, no.
My
I mean,
Apple
that's.
Watch is going crazy right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the obvious pick. Throughout all the mock drafts, that's basically Caleb Williams. They're gonna select. So, pretty easy grade for me for the A plus.
Yeah, I try to keep mine exclusive. My A pluses are exclusive pick.
Yeah, it's hard to please you, huh?
It's hard to. You gotta please me good if you're gonna please me. Don't please me if you're not pleasing me right.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you gotta go 200%, right?
208 months percent.
8 months.
8 months of
Okay.
percentages, whatever that
Okay.
is. 300%.
All right.
I'm
Well,
gonna turn this shit off for a second.
yeah. So we got the Bears over here, and then the Commanders.
You could go in.
Commanders, they select Jaden Daniels, which I really like.
I know that's your guy.
I really like it, bro. And I really thought they were gonna pay Drake May too at this position, so I really like it for them. So that's another A plus for me.
Another A plus. See, this is different for me, right? As a Drake May guy, I think Drake May is gonna be a lot better than Jaden Daniels. So I give this a C minus.
Are you serious?
I'm pro Jaden Daniels. I like Jaden Daniels, but I think Drake May is gonna be the best quarterback in the class. I think they could have got away with drafting Drake May at this pick.
Drake May, the best quarterback out of this class?
I think so, me personally.
Interesting.
I like their other picks too, Jerzan Newton and Ben Sinnott.
Yeah.
They got those picks a little later. I think those are great pickups. I saw a lot of people posting the picture of the 2003 draft class where it's LeBron, Darko Milicic, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
they're saying like Jaden Daniels is gonna be a bust. I don't think he's gonna be a bust, but again, I think Drake May is gonna be like by far the best QB in this class. So,
Okay.
I feel like it makes it easy to predict on my number 3 pick.
So yeah, I'm assuming that's A plus.
That's an A plus. That's my first A plus.
Yeah.
They drafted 2 linemen and 2 wide receivers, which it was like their biggest positional needs. If Drake May has a real like X wide receiver, I think he would be Rookie of the Year this year, but it's just probably not gonna happen. For the 3rd pick, like you get a player this good, like it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I mean I agree. I think the Patriots had a solid draft overall, and Drake May at that position is probably best available, especially for their need at quarterback.
He was best available at 1.
Yeah. Your opinion, man, not mine. But yeah, A plus for me. Obviously, I know you had like for your mock draft, you had them picking Marvin Harrison, which would have turned some things around. But I think Drake May was the way to go over here.
I was happy though with the 2nd pick because in my mock I predicted JJ McCarthy to go there,
Yeah.
and then reports came out during the week that pretty much said like the Commanders weren't even looking at Drake May, like they were between JJ McCarthy and JJ Daniels. So if they took JJ, I would have looked good.
Dude, they took JJ.
That would have shook the whole draft.
Yeah.
Then Jaden Daniels is a Falcon. Crazy. Number 4, I got an A plus here for Marvin Harrison going to Arizona.
Yeah. that's
Realistically,
easy.
like I think he's the best player in the draft, like by far. He's the most in a class so stacked at receiver. There was never really a question for me on who the wide receiver 1 was because that's how fucking good Marvin Harrison was.
Mhm.
Hot take. He's my pick for Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. It'll be between him and Caleb, but I feel like with Caleb, he has all the options to throw
Yeah.
to, obviously. With Marvin Harrison, he has a proven quarterback in Kyler Murray, and no one else really in this offense to take touches from him other than maybe Trey McBride.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, I don't know. It's just hard because like usually Rookie of the Year is like it's gonna go to a quarterback.
yeah.
Unless I mean obviously Marvin Harrison, you know he's one of a generational talent, but Caleb Williams is just surrounded by so much. You know he has like so many weapons around him. It really just depends on his line if they can keep up. You know if they if like too much pressure arises onto him and he starts making mistakes, then it can really jeopardize his Rookie of the Year season. But I feel like it's definitely between him and Marvin Harrison for sure.
Yeah. I also feel like the receivers that the Cardinals have right now aren't top-end talent by any means.
Yeah.
But having Michael Wilson, Greg Dortch, Chris Moore, and Zach Pascal, like those are good support receivers, you know? Like you're not going to rely on any of them to win a game, but they're going to do like just enough for Marvin Harrison to be able to kind of eat like wherever he wants. They're not Weapon X receivers or nothing like that, but they're decent. And then they also added Trey Benson, who I think by the end of the season will probably end up being their starting running back.
Over James Conner.
I think so. Probably. Even though James Conner had a good year last year.
I mean, he could definitely Marvin Harrison. He could definitely have like a Justin Jefferson type of season for sure. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be up for grabs between Caleb and Marvin.
Yeah, this is where the draft kind of got different
Yeah.
from the projections.
Yeah.
Joe Alt goes to the Chargers. I know you were in the office with a Chargers fan.
Dude, that was
What was
so
that
funny.
like?
That was so funny, man. We were like, and I'll say this again. We were like clowning like the whole day. Like he literally sent me like this graphic of like, cause you know how the Chargers have like no receivers, and it was like a graphic of like Justin Herbert throwing to Joe Alt. And we were just saying like, oh, like what if they draft Joe Alt and everything? And then he was just like, nah, that's not gonna happen. And it actually did happen.
That's so
Which is
bad.
like honestly like not an impossible situation, just because like obviously they could use some line help, but they really, in my opinion, they had some other bigger needs.
Yeah.
And so I graded this a C plus.
I graded this a C plus too.
Okay.
First agreeance.
Okay. Yeah.
Or wait, no, we agreed on Drake May, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like again, O-line was a hole for them. I think this would have looked a lot worse if they didn't end up with Ladd McConkey in the second round.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't get a wide receiver at all, then it'd be like you're really gonna rock out with like Josh Palmer next year and Quentin Johnston. But adding Joe Alt with Ladd McConkey, now it looks a little better, than them drafting 2 wide receivers.
Yeah, I agree. And you also gotta like take into consideration, Joel plays the same exact position as Rashawn Slater, so he does have to move on to the opposite side, which I mean probably was isn't gonna be like too much of an adjustment,
Uh-huh.
but it's just like it was a little
It's something.
questionable at first, and now like my coworker, the Chargers fan, he's like a little bit like eased up about it. He
Okay.
kind of likes the pick now,
Okay.
so I think it's obviously good for Herbert, more protection for him, so more time for him to find the open holes for the receivers.
Yeah, I mean, you got a generational. I mean, people think generational. I wouldn't call it Herbert generational, but you got a dude like that who's like an elite level quarterback. Like you're gonna want to protect him. I think drafting Joel at 5 tells Herbert like, yo, we're gonna try to our best to keep you safe, keep you from getting hurt again, because he goes down every year. So adding another dude, yeah, definitely makes him less hittable. But
Yeah.
I wish they would have went with Neighbors or Rome.
Dude, that would have been nice.
Definitely number 6, Malik Neighbors goes to the Giants. I put it at A+.
A+. Okay, I like A-.
Okay, why'd you have it A-?
I like the pick. I think it was best available for them, but I don't know. I just don't like Daniel Jones. And I
Give
feel
Daniel Jones a chance, Will.
dude. And I think
Let him ball, Will.
that's everyone. That's what everyone's saying too. Like he's never had like a.
But who
like
said
a
it first?
wide receiver one. Who said it first? Like
Who was the first person to say that?
first person ever to say that. Was it you?
Me.
I don't know, man. Because I've been seeing that all over online too.
Well, you're supposed to say me so that it looks good on us. Like it looks good for playbook.
Oh, yeah, no, it was you.
Thank you.
Nah, but I do kind of agree with that. But at the same time, like, if you're gonna be like a solid quarterback, a good quarterback, you're still gonna like perform, good on the team. And I just haven't seen that with Daniel Jones. Not saying that they should have taken a quarterback at this pick, but maybe like if they traded down and like get a quarterback there, maybe that's better. But I'm not too mad about Malik Neighbors. This is why I gave it an A-.
I would have said draft a quarterback if like one of the top 3 was available. But
Yeah.
I just, as much as I like Penix, and I know we've talked a lot about JJ and Bo, I just don't think they're like. I mean, I'm not gonna say they're not Daniel Jones because they'll probably end up being better than Daniel Jones, but I don't think they're that much better than Daniel Jones. Where
Yeah.
Malik Neighbors is a lot better than a lot of the receivers that they have there.
You think the rookie quarterbacks are a lot better than Daniel Jones?
A lot better?
I think they're a lot better. Top 3? You're talking about the top 3 that went?
No. I think if the top 3 were there, I would have said this is the right pick.
Oh, okay.
If the top 3 were there, I would have said draft Drake, May, Caleb, or Jaden. But I don't think you think Penix, JJ, and Bo are a lot better than Daniel Jones.
Oh, you're talking about those people? I think they're better. I don't think they're a lot better.
I don't know. He's proven, and I think Daniel Jones is good. I don't think he's 4 years, 160 good, but I think he's all right. I thought a lot of the stuff was funny. Where
I take Minshew over him.
you take Minshew over Daniel Jones?
Yeah, I think so.
Anyone worse than that? I take Daniel Jones
Over Minshew?
I think Daniel Jones' legs are a lot better. I think Minshew's opportunities he's had, he's
I
played.
think I
with
might take Jameis over him.
Jameis right now over Daniel Jones. We haven't seen Jameis start in so long.
I already seen enough from him, bro.
You think he's better than Daniel Jones?
Dude. Maybe I'm just a Daniel Jones hater, but I don't know. I don't think he's it, bro.
Why?
Why?
Why are you taking Jameis over Daniel?
Why? History, bro. It's like, I've just seen all the games they've played, both of them, and I just like James better. Even though, like, his interception ratio might be a little bit higher, but at least he's able to make the throws and get the tutties.
Okay.
Get the
I
ball
guess
out.
that's true.
Yeah.
Putting up the tuds, but I'm taking Daniel Jones. I thought all the stuff with Malik Neighbors was funny, like him on TikTok Live and stuff. Did you see any of that?
For Daniel Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude's a clown sometimes.
Do you see the TikTok live though with like his homie sitting next to him and he's like, seriously, bro, what'd you think about Daniel Jones? And then like Malik Neighbors just like cuts the the live stream.
I think so, yeah.
I was like, fuck, dude. That's a bad look. But shout out Neighbors, I guess. We could go to the next pick, J.C. Latham. I don't think we'll spend too much time on this one. Titans pick a O-lineman. I gave it a C+.
What?
What?
C+?
Okay, this is my thing. I feel like the Titans should have just traded back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they really needed an O-lineman here or nothing like that.
I think so.
I don't know. Maybe because it's boring. That's why I graded it low.
I mean, at this pick, I feel like that's something they needed. I feel like 90% of the mock drafts were like, this is like Joe Alt's location, you know?
Yeah. I think if it was all, I would have graded it higher.
Okay.
But at this point, like if you draft J.C. Latham at 7, you might as well have traded back.
That's true.
Or traded out and like sign. I feel like they could have targeted O-line in the free agency. But yeah, they do kind of have everything. So I guess going O-line's cool. But
yeah,
I just feel like it should have been traded away.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I gave it an A at the position that they were in and the players that were available. I think, obviously they still needed to fill that left tackle position. So Latham was the best option for them. Maybe they could have went defensive, but I think O-line was more important at that position and at that time.
Okay.
So
let's go to the big one.
The big one, man.
At number 8, the Atlanta Falcons select Michael Penix.
And the whole world shakes.
This was crazy. The shout out Christian in the chat. He was going a little wild for this one. Initial grade, I probably would have said F. Looking back now, I'm putting it at a D+.
Explain.
Okay, so I think with what was on the board, if they drafted JJ or Bo Nix, I would have probably said F. But I'm really high on Michael Penix. And the only knock I have with this pick is at number 8, it's wasted capital. Like, you sign Kirk Cousins to that deal, you draft a quarterback at number 8. It doesn't make sense in that aspect, but there's rumors going on right now that Kirk Cousins may not even be ready to go week 1. And I told you, I want to say a month ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, whenever Kirk signed, like, this signing makes this team a real contender. And if you miss Kirk a couple weeks and you got to go back to Ritter, like, I'd much rather go Michael Penix for those 2 weeks. Again, I think, like, they should have drafted Rome, or they should have definitely filled a bigger positional need. But they made the right pick for a quarterback, and they tried to do that Jordan Love stuff, which doesn't really make sense because they're picking at 8 compared to Jordan Love, who was pick number 26. But maybe I'm just yapping. But Penix, I think, was the best quarterback available. And if they took any of the other ones, that's really why I put it at D+. F would have been JJ.
Yeah, I have this as an F. I kind of agree with you in that case. It's just they just committed so hard to Kirk.
Yeah.
And 100% or 100 million guaranteed. Obviously, he could probably play for 2 years and then let him go maybe. But Penix is 24. And then he's gonna be a backup for probably like 2 years. And then for his first start is gonna be not until he's like 26, 27.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's just like, it's just not a good look. And Penix is like, I feel like he's a ready to go quarterback. I feel like he's most ready, honestly, out of all these quarterbacks. Maybe other than Caleb Williams, but like most ready to like start and like contribute to a team and like just like be comfortable with the team like right away, just because of like his experience and what like he's gone through in the past. And like I see how people are saying this is kind of like a Jordan Love situation, but it's not, because Penix is only 1 year younger than Jordan Love.
Yeah, it's
Jordan
crazy.
Love is 25 right now, and
Yeah.
they drafted Jordan Love when he was like 21 or something, or 20. So it's like it's not the same situation. And I definitely feel like they could have filled up a better position, like Dallas Turner or maybe even a cornerback.
Quinion, that's where I had Quinion going.
Yeah, so that would have been that would have been nice. I think that would have been a great playoff team. It's just like if they didn't have Kirk, I think this would be like an A for me, honestly.
I agree with you. Oh,
Yeah.
I agree 1,000%.
Yeah, it's just hard to see this as a good draft pick with Kirk there.
Yeah, I mean, I graded it D plus. I'm not gonna sit here and say it was a good draft pick,
Yeah,
but again, I think it could have been worse. As crazy
been
as
worse.
that is to say, I think it could have been worse.
Draft a lineman.
You could have drafted J.C. Latham. Number 9. Here goes Rome Odunze to Chicago.
Rome Odunze, forming the best receiver trio in the league.
Chill. Always dissing.
I think this is an A for me, bro. A for me.
Always dissing. I gave it an A too.
Okay.
You go ahead though, cause you want to keep on dissing.
Dude, best available. I think they just took best available at the position. Rome Odunze, he's already shown like who he was at Washington, and having him and Caleb is just gonna be probably the nastiest rookie receiver quarterback duo we'll ever see. Honestly,
Whoa.
is that crazy to say?
CJ and Tank?
CJ and Tank? I think it'll be better than that.
I think so too.
Just because
Something
like
fly on me? I'm not sure. Okay, I'd heard something.
might have been the Watson jersey.
It
I think it was trying to give you a massage or something.
Hey, I like that one. Well,
Thank you. But back to Rome. Yeah, I think they just took best available at this position. Maybe they could have went defensive player. I think that was another option for them. But I think Rome was just best off the board and most compliment for Caleb Williams, and it makes him even more want to play over there, right?
yeah,
With
that's
that
true.
rookie coming over. So I had this name.
Holds it down. I like I'm the Rome guy. I love Rome.
Yeah.
Always been riding Rome. Pause. But I don't think he's a complete wide receiver yet. Like I think Malik Neighbors is more complete, and I
Yeah.
think it's good that Rome got drafted to this situation where he gets to play with DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, and he could kind of sit back and marinate and like evolve into what Rome could actually be.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude, yeah, I think having especially Keenan Allen there, that's a great mentor for Rome
Yes.
because they got very similar physiques and play style. So I think that's gonna maximize his career.
I think so too. 1,000%.
Yeah.
Getting a guy this good at pick number 9 and to be your wide receiver 3, like that is hard to do. That is really hard to do. I'm not even going to say knock on this pick because it doesn't really have anything to do with this pick, but my only knock on Chicago's draft is they didn't draft any defensive players until round 5. I don't think their defense is bad, but I do think they definitely should have maybe done a little more to bolster it up, especially with like before the draft we were talking about how good this offense is going to be with Caleb. So like we all know the offense is going to be elite. It's just kind of the defense that needs to step it up. But here's my hot take about this pick.
Okay.
The Chicago Bears are going to win their division next year
Win their division.
versus the Lions, Packers. I'm forgetting what the other team is.
Over the Lions?
Over the Lions, Packers, Vikings.
Shit.
They're in that tier for sure.
I think I might bet on that, bro. I could bet on that.
You would bet on that?
I think I would. I don't know if you want to, but I think I would.
Nah, I'm not. Let me think about it getting closer. Because we got the Raiders bet too.
Yeah.
We'll cook up. You still owe me that dinner though, so maybe I'm not going to bet with you until I get my dinner.
Dude, no way, bro. No way they're going to be better than the Lions.
Bro, look at their defense is decent.
The Bears?
Yes.
Not better than the Lions.
It's not, but their offense is better than the Lions. Say I'm tripping. Your boy DeAndre Swift. Say I'm tripping.
They might be slightly better.
Bro, Bayer, Jalen Johnson, Montez Sweat. So you got someone on all levels. Tremaine Edmonds. And then that offense is just stupid, bro. That offense is – and, like, the Lions running back core is good, but you got DeAndre Swift, Khalil Herbert, and Roshan Johnson. Come on. Like, that's cold. That's cold. Keenan Allen.
It's not better than Montgomery and Gibbs.
It's not better, but it's, like, right under them. And then you got Keenan Allen, Rome, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett, Dante Pettis. Shout out to Trivia. He's still there. Kari Blasingame. Tyson Badgett as the backup. Don't play. They're
Bro,
good.
You talking about backup quarterbacks too?
Tyson Badgett. Who's the Lions' backup quarterback?
Hendon Hooker, bro.
Fuck Hendon Hooker. Let's go to pick number 10. The Minnesota Vikings get the guy that they were, bro. Like, the Vikings have been glazing J.J. McCarthy the last 2 months.
Yeah, they've been riding him hard, man.
For real.
Like a bull.
They're like the dude that's like fucking up all their homies to get with the girl, you know? like telling the girl like, "Oh, he's whack. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to be with him. You want to be with me." You know? Just like shitting on him.
Dude.
That's what Minnesota did for J.J. McCarthy. I graded it a B-.
Okay.
I'm not high on J.J., but at least Minnesota got their guy. You know, that's kind of the thing. Like, the pick makes sense. They've been talking about it. Again, I think J.J. is probably the worst QB that was picked in the first round. But that's their guy. I'll let him rock with it. I'm not gonna hate too much.
I could completely agree with that. I gave it a B. I think, obviously they needed a quarterback at that position. And they went to go get J.J. McCarthy. I think it kind of helps also with their later draft picks too. And I guess we'll talk about it next week when we do that. Which is why I graded a B. As a Broncos fan, I give it an A because I didn't want McCarthy. I wanted Bo. So we'll get to that draft pick. But
You wanted Penix.
I wanted Penix, dude. Penix.
Fuck Atlanta.
Penix, bro. I'd get a jersey right away.
Yeah.
I'd get a custom jersey, bro.
I'd scribble off the X and write an S.
Exactly.
Whoa. 11 Jet Select Olu Fashanu. I gave this one an A-. They needed the O-line, but like Brock Bowers would have been much more fun.
That would have been perfect.
It would have been cool, but at the same time, like Aaron Rodgers got hurt so quick last year because of how shitty the O-line was.
Yeah.
So same thing with the Chargers. You're kind of telling them like, "Oh, I'm gonna protect you. Like, you're good here. We got you. We're gonna hold your hand through it all. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna protect you." Mashallah.
I feel that. I'm looking on the depth chart right now. He's not even on the depth chart.
I noticed that with a couple of the rookies. Like some rookies were on there, some weren't. So
yeah, got cut right away.
Instant cut your 11th overall pick.
Yeah. Now you do bring a good point though. I think they really want to keep Aaron Rodgers protected. So I had this as a B-. But now that you kind of said that, I'd probably give it like a B+, honestly. Because it makes more sense. It makes more sense. You want to keep your quarterback as healthy as possible. You don't want him to go down again, especially, one snap in the season. And they do have Tyrod Taylor as a backup, but go backup. But obviously Aaron Rodgers is the guy that they want starting for the whole season, heading into the postseason. So I think it's a solid pick for them.
This new Jets logo is nasty. Can you see
Jets logo?
Like it's just the rating Jets. It's nasty, bro.
That's pretty cool.
You like it?
I think it's cool. Better than the last one. Last one's nothing, right? Last one's just the Jets.
The last one was shitty, but it was iconic. It might take me some time to get into this one.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I like it.
You're a fan?
I'm a fan.
What grade it?
Jets fan. Like letter grade? B.
I go to C-.
I think the better logos out there, but I think
like
it's
the
kind of smooth. Like the Broncos.
Like the Lenny Moore.
Like the Lenny Moore.
Again, if you guys want to buy this jersey, $80. Next pick. I'll let you cook.
Let me cook, bro.
Introduce him.
Broncos. The Denver Broncos. 2024 draft pick. Number 12, we pick Bo Nix.
You know who the last quarterback to wear number 12 was?
Last quarterback scoring number 12. On what team? My team?
The GOAT.
Oh. That's
I'm
true.
just saying. Bo Nix is following in good footsteps.
Hey, man. I like the way you say that. Yeah. A- for me, bro. A- for me. Not perfect, but and that's only because we're in a weird situation, us Broncos, especially on our division. We still have Mahomes to compete with. We still have the Raiders and Chargers, which are kind of up there as well. So I feel like there could have been a different route we would have took with this. Another route we could have took is maybe just picking best available, like building the defense, maybe taking Dallas Turner or another cornerback, and just wait until like next year or the year after to draft a quarterback. Because honestly, and like I said before, the three quarterbacks in that tier, they're all in like one tier basically.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like
Fall in line.
two tiers below. So it's like with that high of a draft pick, there's a lot more talented guys up for available. I get picking Bo Nix though. I think he kind of fits Sean Payton's system, but
Is he the guy for your future though? That's kind of
yeah. So that's still something I need to like really like sit on too, because I like Bo Nix, but obviously there's a few concerns with him still. Obviously his arm strength. I think he is already like 23, 24 already. And a lot of these guys are actually kind of old quarterbacks too. So it's just about him adjusting into the pro league and fitting right in. I think he'll do fine, but I don't know like if he's like top tier. I think he's more of like a mediocre quarterback. Like my player comp when we talked about quarterbacks was kind of like a Brock Purdy.
yeah.
And I think he's exactly like that.
Yeah, I graded this a C plus. I do agree that quarterback was probably their biggest positional need.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like, and I'm not dissing here, but I think the Broncos are going to be so bad next year. Do you agree? As a Denver fan.
Yeah, we're gonna be kind of bad.
So like, I feel like you could have drafted like Shedeur Sanders or Quinn Ewers next year, and those guys would have been a lot better than like just taking Bo because you need a quarterback this year. You know.
Yeah.
Like, you could have been shitty next year, dugged it out with Zach Wilson a year, and then really drafted, like, your QB of the future. But Bo Nix, to me, like, he's cool. I like him. I think he's better than JJ.
Yeah.
But, like, he could either be their quarterback for the next 4 years or not even start, depending on how, like, Zach Wilson plays, you know?
Yeah. I think if we picked Penix, it would have been a different situation.
I would have felt different for sure.
Yeah.
I would have definitely felt different. But
yeah. I would have liked that for sure. That probably would have been my favorite pick. A little bit biased, but yeah, it's just hard, man. Because like you got Mahomes in a division, that's like a whole nother like 7 years to compete with.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you are in this division, you want to draft like you want the quarterback, a quarterback for the future. Yeah. And I just don't think Bo Nix is that. Yeah. I think he fills your whole, like, okay, now you could say you have a quarterback that's, like, starting caliber.
Yeah.
But, like, is he a needle mover? Not really to me. I don't think Bo Nix is going to win games for you. I think he's, like you said, Brock Purdy, where he's going to go out there and do his job. But, like, Shedeur Sanders next year or Quinn Ewers, like, those are guys that'll go out there and win you games, you know?
Yeah. I trust Sean, though. I trust Sean doing his thing. He's trying to build his team around his liking, so we'll see.
How long does it take you to not trust Sean?
Probably like 2 years.
2 more?
2 more years, bro. Because last season was a little bit weird. Like, we did go on that winning streak, which I was really, like, impressed about. But then it really just fell off after that. I feel like...
I don't blame Sean for that, though.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more, like, the pressure they put on Russ.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was Sean, but...
Yeah. I agree.
We could go to the next team in your division. Raiders select Brock Bowers. I put this at a B-. I might lower it, though. I'm thinking C.
Really?
I just you just spent a second on Michael Mayer last year.
Mhm.
Brock Bowers is definitely going to be like a generational tight end, but the first tight end off the board never pans out.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't think like they got what they needed because there wasn't a quarterback available really at this pick. But they definitely should have maybe tried to go depth, defense. Brock's gonna be a cool weapon for Minshew.
Minshew, bro. I forgot he's on the Raiders. Yeah. I mean, we both on our both of our mock drafts we had Talis Fuaga.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had him. Which I think which was more like a beneficial pick. But they picked Jackson Powers Johnson later on in the draft, so I think that kind of helps with this pick.
yeah, he slept.
Yeah. So Brock Powers at 13. I had a B plus. You know, he's still a great tight end. I think I don't think he's gonna have like a Kyle Pitts season. I think he'll be a little bit better. I don't think he's like bust like that. But you know, you're building more weapons.
Don't disrespect Kyle Pitts. Don't call him a bust yet.
I'm not saying like fully
Don't
busted.
do that.
Yeah. But I'm just saying like within the past few years, it's like really looking like that route, you know.
But no, if Brock Bowers was playing with Desmond Ritter, then if Aiden O'Connell's the starter next year, okay. Like he's not gonna look good.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts with Kirk Cousins or Penix is gonna look good. Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Kyle Pitts another chance this year. Last
Okay.
chance. You disappoint me, dog.
Yeah, that's it.
Bye.
That's it. I think Bowers is better than Pitts, honestly.
As a prospect?
I think so.
No way, bro.
I think I think he's gonna turn out to be a better tight end than Kyle Pitts.
Okay, that's two different things, though. You know, like as a prospect, bro, Pitts was like the guy.
Pitts is like, cause like he's just like a receiver at tight end position.
Yeah, that's true.
So like
Cold.
it is cold, but it's like
You're saying Bowers is like a better blocker?
yeah. I mean, obviously a better blocker, but I think he's just more of like a how do you say, like a pure tight end, you know, kind of like a Gronk. Not saying he's gonna be Gronk, but like
He plays like the position the way it's meant to be played.
exactly.
Fuck that. Kyle Pitts got swag. Kyle Pitts got speed. Kyle Pitts can ball out, bro. Kyle Pitts is gonna be the tight end. He's gonna be top 5 tight end next year.
What? Damn.
Name 5 better off the dome.
5 better off the dome. Let me just pull up a list real quick, bro.
I want to hear it off the dome.
Sam Laporta, Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews.
He's gonna be better than Mark Andrews next year.
I think Brock Bowers will be better.
Next year?
Yeah.
We should bet on that. We should bet on that.
Let me think about it a little bit.
Fantasy score next year. We got a lot of good bet opportunities.
Yeah. Who else? Tight ends.
Kittle.
I think he's better. T.J. Hawkinson.
I think I would have taken Kittle, Kelsey, Hawk, Laporta. Pitts at 5.
Who you missing?
No one.
Nah, you're missing people, bro.
Never.
You're missing
Tight end
people.
position's weak, bro. Gronk ain't in the league no more. No more Tony Gonzalez. No more Hayden Hurst.
You're not picking your guy, Dalton Schultz?
Nah, and that's my dog. But I'm a non-biased fan here.
Nah, I think I'm taking Brock Bowers still.
Sorry, technical difficulties as always with a playbook podcast. Okay, we could just go into Talise Fuaga now for the Saints.
Talise.
Mr. Fuaga. We don't gotta talk too much about this, bro. I'll give it a C. It's a boring Saints goal line. Not much to talk about.
You don't like the alignment, man. You don't like the.
They're just
alignment
boring,
picks.
bro. Unless it's like I graded Olu an A-. I graded Joe Alt a C+. J.C. Latham a C+. Like those are good grades. That's passing.
I mean, I guess, man. Like you said, it's hard to please you. So I had it at A. I think it was a position they needed. In my mock draft, I had them getting a Fashanu. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Fashanu.
Fashanu. had him picking them. So I think Talise is a great option for them in terms of position. They could have went defensive player too at this position, but I think lineman was more of a need for them, especially to protect the quarterback. So
I agree. I just thought it was boring. That was it. That was my C.
Boring.
You know, when you turn in like an essay to your professor, like not only does it have to be good writing, but it's got to be entertaining too.
Okay.
This pick didn't do it for me. 15. Shout out your boy that was in the office. Colt Select. Latu. I gave it a D.
D? Okay.
Am I hard to please for that or no?
That's honestly acceptable for me, but explain.
So I just feel like there's probably 5 better defensive prospects on the board. You look at the next guys that came off: Byron Murphy, Dallas Turner, Jared Verse, and I like Latu, but those guys are all better. Chop Robinson was probably better. Quinion Mitchell definitely better. Terrion Arnold, another dude. I still like Kool-Aid. So there's a lot of dudes that I just think were better than him that were selected after him, and like it kind of made it look dumb. But one thing about it is Latu, I think, has a lot of upside as a player. Like I think he has a lot of work to do to grow, but once he figures all that out, like he could be the best defensive player in this draft for sure. He just isn't it yet. But I think in Indiana, like they're not really competing with the Texans next year, so he has time to like develop.
Yeah, it's just the injuries, bro. The injuries, just like I think it's just the main concern from him. Like you said, there was a lot more defensive guys ahead of him that I think they should have picked. In my mock draft, I think I had them picking Quinion.
Who'd I have?
I had them picking Quinion. You had them picking Kool-Aid. So we had the same position in terms of cornerback. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like if they were trying to go for a linebacker or edge, they should have just picked Dallas Turner.
Yeah, he's like by far the best dude.
He's the clear cut best edge rusher. When it comes to this draft, but I guess getting a defensive player like that doesn't, it's not the worst pick. It's still a position they still needed, but I think they just had better options.
Yeah, I agree with you too. It definitely like if this draft went how it was supposed to and the first 14 picks weren't all offense, then this pick wouldn't have looked as bad. But being that Latu was the first defensive player off the board, like it just didn't really make sense to me. To me. Maybe not to UCLA fans, but to me.
To you.
Final pick we're going to be talking about on this episode, the Seattle Seahawks select Byron Murphy with the 16th overall pick. I graded this pick an A. I feel like a lot of the next picks are going to be a lot higher grades because these defensive dudes slip so hard.
Yeah.
But I think he fills a positional need, and it's just great value. Simple as that. Not every pick needs a deep explanation. It's just great value.
Yeah, and I agree. I have this as an A as well. I kind of explained on our live stream. I think having Byron Murphy, Leonard Williams, Draymond Jones as like the front line of the defensive side is pretty good. And I think he's gonna learn a lot with those players behind him. And I think he's just gonna perform well overall in Seattle.
I agree. They're really building a nice young defense there with like Devin Witherspoon. Yeah, the dudes you said too. They're gonna be fun for sure. Tariq Woolen, shout him out. But
Tariq Woolen, Devin Witherspoon. They got Michael Jackson on here, and they got Kobe Bryant. They got Michael Jackson and Kobe Bryant on here.
They got the celeb team. Damn, they're cold. But yeah, that's all I had. Will, you had anything else to say?
This was a fun draft. It's a pretty interesting draft. I think next week is gonna be a lot bigger of a breakdown. There's gonna be some interesting things to talk about, and I feel like, I guess we'll talk about it next week, right?
I guess
leave it on a cliffhanger.
Shout out everyone that was in our live stream for the draft. It was fun. It's something different. We're definitely gonna do more stuff like that across all of our platforms. So again, make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that you would usually do. And yeah, what do you got to say, Will?